Creative Mom Kamela here from Creative Moms Decant. One of my favorite things to do is to answer a question from a member of our Facebook group. And that's what today's all about. I'm going to show you my tips and tricks for cutting and weeding those skinny lines in fonts. Let's get started. Alright, so the first tip or trick to weeding tiny letters is to use your Washi sheet setting to cut. So you find that by going to Browse All Materials right there and scroll all the way down to the very bottom, and you will find this Washi sheet setting, and this is the one you want. So Washi sheet and done. And it's going to let your machine cut a little slower, which is going to be convenient. So I'm doing a layered label today. I'm going to go ahead and get these cut and we'll meet right back. So we're going to meet on the cutting side. We are cutting on the washi setting today, not the washi tape, washi setting, and talking about how to weed small designs. I went ahead and weeded or cut, and I'm getting ready to weed my larger designs. However, I will say that that bulldog's got some very fine tips to get weeded on it. Let's grab it and see how we did. So it looks like it's going to weed fairly easily. So that is fabulous, right? That's what we want every time. So I'm using my pointer stick here to just kind of hold down areas that may want to pop out or pull up areas that need to pop out that don't want to. And it's also perfect for pulling out things like eyes. So we're going to pull out the eyeballs on our cute little bulldog. This happens to be the team of my local high school, so it's going to be perfect for my craft booth. All right, let's pull this, sorry about that, let's pull this off the machine and see how we did. So first thing always is trim it up, at least for me. And then the first thing I would always do is pull it, just like I did on the bulldog. I'm sticking, so that you can see if it's going to come out easy, and it very well might. So you check that, and I have good luck with that. However, we're going to pretend that I can see first of all. Oh my, because I'm going to recut this vinyl, and I wanted to show you this, and I just pulled to see if it actually didn't, and it didn't. It stopped cutting right at the end of my D. I know you can't see that on camera, but my D is here, and there is no cut marks down on this end anywhere in the vinyl or anywhere. So I've never had one of my Cricut machines do that, and I mean seriously, I'm a little bit concerned because this is a brand new machine. I used the Cricut Maker 3, but it cut down here. You can see this piece is ruined, so but it cut on this end, but it did not even cut it all on the other end. So I'm going to recut this and we'll be right back so I can show you the transfer tape method. But I wanted to show you that sometimes we're not crazy. It really did not cut, so I am going to just have to recut that. Let's see how we did this time. So we're going to cut the, and I can actually see that all the way through now. I still can't get it for you, but I could not find that G a while ago, and now I totally can. So we're going to have much better luck. I'm confident. It definitely helps if it cuts the whole image. That would be tip number 1. All right. So if you grab your end and you test and it doesn't pull off, okay, this one does. The washi sheet setting is amazing, I'm telling you. But you can grab a piece of transfer tape I like to use pre-used transfer tape so it's sticky but not super sticky, you know. And place your image on it, the whole thing, and then you're going to squeegee it down. And then this time you're going to pull the entire backing off. Come on. Usually you find a corner that will come up. And you do want to leave your image on your transfer tape. So what I mean by that is if it's trying to pull up, push it back down, because you want the whole thing to stay on. And there are some areas that are really wanting to come up, so that's a great sign. Sometimes I use the washi sheet setting on more, so more pressure, because especially if I'm using a premium vinyl. All right, so now you just take this end and pull this way. So it's reverse weeding. You're going to pull these scraps out of your way. Isn't that awesome? It really does work well. I know the letters I chose today aren't 100% thin like we try to get for keychains, but I knew that this would be a large enough design to show you the method and still small enough to show you how easy it does work, because those are some skinny lines. So I am just going to continue to weed out the rest of this image. Gonna have to get my weeding ring again. Am I the only one that puts it on my hand? So let me know in the comments if you're a hand weeder. It really is easy. And then I just, collect the scraps. Well, sometimes while I'm cooking dinner and realize they're still there. That happens. Another tool that's really handy is a pair of tweezers. And these came in a Cricut kit that I got on sale from Hobby Lobby, I think, but they could have come from Amazon. You never know. I watch all kinds of crafting stuff and often post it on our Creative Mom group when I find things that are on sale or specials. So if you want to follow us on Facebook, Creative Moms Decant. But tweezers help pull up some of that little stuff sometimes that's maybe hard to get with your tool or with fingernails. So I have fingernails most of the time, and it's still sometimes really hard. So I just grab these tweezers. Here's another one that's doing it, and grab a hold of it and pull it off like that. So I left one little scrap in there, and my D here has a hole in the center of it that's missing. This is going to be a layered design for a tumbler. So if you want to know what's going on new in my craft room, it's spinning tumblers, and I'm actually in the middle of one that is ready for an emblem. But one of our members on our Creative Moms Decant Facebook page had asked about tiny letter weeding, and so I really wanted to take this opportunity to show you all how awesome and easy it is. So I'm going to finish up this logo that I made, or this, it's a logo that I made for this cup. So I welded the outcast of that letter and the background of my bulldog, the black background of my bulldog together, just to help me line things up. I am definitely not always the best at making things even. So there's my little trick of the day. If you have an image you can line things up, you can do that. I'll show you. I love how this turned out, but I'll show you because you may not. So now I can line up the top of my bulldog. He goes on next. Yes. And remove that transfer tape without my bulldog. So the offset is a tip for placing images on decals. Now my L's are going to go on top of my bulldog, so that's why I wanted to put him on first. And then we're going to line this up right in that offset. And I'm going to push it down really well. I love it. This is going to look super fun on my tumbler. So catch that video on our YouTube channel. But I hope you enjoyed my tips and tricks on how to weed tiny letters today. Have a joyful day, friends. Bye.